Higher Power Hour. My name is Eli.
And I'm Riddles.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
One more away from our 10th. That is great.
What are we going to do for the 10th? We got to do something special. No.
No.
Fuck that. Every 10 episodes, we got to do something special. I think 10 shots of Fireball.
I say we try to make an extra $10 somewhere.
On the podcast?
Anyway.
I mean, I could show you guys a nipple if that'll get us $10. I don't know. I got nice titties.
All right.
Yeah.
We can try that. All right, man. Shit.
So,
fucking.
let me start off.
All right. Oh, yeah. Go through
yeah. Last night was the first Give Back Showcase put on by the High Tribe. Unfortunately, me and my brother did not make it to the event.
Nah, dude.
But we hope a lot of you did.
Hey, I hate the month of March, just to let y'all know.
Hey, man, it's my month.
Well, except for that day.
Yeah.
Fuck March.
My day's fresh.
Of 2019. Garbage.
So, we didn't get to make it. We hope some of you guys did. We'll obviously definitely be at the next one. We are performing. And I'm sure we'll be at the future ones after that.
Yep, remember the flyer is at the end where you can see it. Otherwise, you...
Is there a way to pop it while we talk about the Give Back Showcases?
Yeah, I can
just put it on and then off and then on and off so they can see us. And
yeah.
Cool. All right, well, the second one is going to be in the same place as it was last night. Landmark Lanes in the Moon Room, April 26th. And I also know there's been a couple cod pastas. Cod pastas. I said cod pasts.
Oh, okay.
So there's been I said bubble podcast.
Hey man, speak English, please.
Alright, so there's been a couple podcasts, a couple episodes of this very podcast that I gave the wrong date on the last one. So I apologize to anybody that was under the impression that it was today because I was saying Saturday the 23rd.
Oh, really?
I think I did it on 2 of them. I caught it like
they're both Fridays,
midweek
right?
This week.
Are they both Fridays?
What's the 26th of April?
I'll look it up.
All right. Anyway, so the 26th of April, and that's for sure. I'm reading it directly off the fucking flyer, not off my incorrect notes. I apologize once again. Hope I didn't cause anybody who was trying to go to miss it. Anyways, April 26th in the Moon Room, Landmark Lanes, 2220 North Farwell Ave, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53202. You got performances by Gorilla Ghost, Higher Power, Magic, and Nick Grace. It's hosted by Spades, music by Space Crime, and it's all going to kick off at 9 p.m. $10 cover charge, 21 and up. Let's get it the fuck in. I hope that last night went well. I hope all the artists did good performances. I hope everything went smooth. I hope everybody had a good time, and I'm looking forward to actually getting the chance to be the part of the next one. So,
yep, shout out to them. The 26th? April
26th.
The Friday.
It is a Friday. So they are on Fridays, not Saturdays. I'm a dumbass. Once again, I apologize.
Let's see here.
And you can tell I'm a dumbass. I said cod pasts. Bubble cod pasts.
That's going to be a hashtag. Cod pasts. Yeah, we'll do that hashtag.
Cracking. Episode 9 of the official Higher Power Cod Past. That's what I'm going to say.
Alright, man. You got anything you got to get off your chest? But I'm so irritated. I'm just very irritated, man.
Get off my chest.
Yeah.
A lot of fat, for sure. I'm just kidding.
Skin, fat, blood.
Yeah. Fuck. I did have something that pissed me off. For some reason, I can't think of it. I'll let you go ahead and rant.
Well, it's the fucking Spotify, man.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ. Alright, these fucking people, man. They're working on creating town hall meetings with, like, songwriters. Basically to explain why, you know, the payout increase is just wrong. Basically.
So basically, they just spent the past month since this shit got released making a bullshit ass presentation that they could try to feed people.
Oh yeah, they've been spinning a lot of shit and trying to distract us, but that's what they're trying to do, man. I don't know if there's somebody new at Spotify, or what, but they're on some crazy ass shit right now, dude.
They on crack.
I don't know what's going on with them.
Crack binge.
Also, like, I think they only got 1 year left with Universal, Sony, and Warner.
Okay.
So like big industry labels. 2/3 of their catalog, you know, is with Spotify.
Mm.
So they have to negotiate a new deal, and Spotify's been, on the appeal of the 44% increase or whatever. So these industry labels have made it clear that they don't like, they're shocked about what Spotify is trying to do against like the artists and songwriters. It's crazy, and they're coming into this 1 year deal, and it's like, okay, what happens if Universal says, you know what, fuck y'all, we out. Same thing. Warner already has beef with them because
I think honestly that maybe part of the increase would be those labels though, man. Just because due to the fact that not only Spotify wants to make, probably fat ass profit, I'm sure those labels want it too. So it's probably the money that they do get is probably split so many ways, but that's the problem. You know what I mean? I feel like they're gonna be like, well, it's already split this many ways, and we have to make X amount of dollars, so this is all we can give you. Well, fuck you. Stop making deals with 80 fucking people, and
yeah, the thing with Spotify, I guess, is that they never really like increased their price for like inflation or whatever.
Okay.
I think they're still at $10. Some other platforms are at like 12 or 13 around there. So that's one thing they could definitely do if they're supposed to be like the best, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're offering the best, you can charge, a higher price, a slightly higher price. It's not even that much more.
So speaking of platforms, by the way, I'm still wanting to make that switch to Tidal from Apple Music. How do you cancel an Apple Music?
They made it kind of difficult, but you actually have to go into like the settings of your phone.
And you can
and
cancel
get
it.
Into, I think, I'll show you.
Because I want to make the Tidal switch for sure, dude.
Yeah.
There's so much music that I'm just not getting, like I said, with all that Kevin Gates and shit, man.
Yeah, there's some Big Sean, like, I think his mixtapes are on there. I was like, oh shit.
That's dope that they have albums and mixtapes and shit. And I think that's what it is with Kevin Gates, is iTunes has all the albums. But actually last night I was on Alicia's Spotify and I was looking through fucking Kevin Gates, and there's an album from 2009 on there, and the earliest one from fucking Apple Music is 2010.
Mm.
And I actually, so that was pretty much what I listened to this week. I went from Kevin Gates' first album on Apple Music and went all the way through his discography.
Mm.
It's interesting to see how he changed, bro. He had like some like fucking, I don't even know, like, you could tell it was like Louisiana, like, hip hop, bro. Like, it was like on like some little Boosie sounding ass music, but it was like Kevin Gates. It actually is dope as fuck. I like 2 of his old albums like a lot. I'll show them to you so you can. One of them's called All In, and the other one's called I Don't Know What to Call It, Volume 1 or something.
Mm.
But they're both fucking dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I made the switch like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I definitely want to make the switch because, like I said, man.
I just it's just funny how difficult they kind of make it. So you have to like actually Google that shit.
Oh, you know what? Let's give a shout out to Razor, our homies in Razor. They're in Chicago tonight, opening up for Twisted.
Oh yeah.
Twisted's Wicked Weekend. So if you're a Twisted fan, make sure that you get out there and support our brothers in Razor.
Yeah.
And
that's dope.
Yay. I believe they sold out of their tickets too, so that's always good news to hear, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Where's it at? Like, do you know what venue?
The Bottom Lounge.
Okay.
I don't know what, like, what sub-city of Chicago or whatever it is, but I know it's in the Bottom Lounge.
Okay.
And so I have an interesting music topic. I don't know if I'm just kind of going off.
Go ahead.
What we're talking about. So, for metal fans out there, I wouldn't call it metal. I think their original genre would be like deathcore or some shit. But Whitechapel released a new song.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. I'm used to Whitechapel, like, I don't know, I don't think you're that familiar with the band, but I'm used to Whitechapel and like people that do know will know what I'm talking about. I'm used to Whitechapel in like This Is Exile type era where it's a lot of growls. It's like fucking really fast paced, like heavy ass like shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They dropped a song. It's like relaxed and it's got singing. Like if you haven't heard it yet, you gotta hear Hickory Creek by Whitechapel. It's actually really fucking dope. Yeah, okay. I like it because it. At first I was like, what? Because I've seen a new Whitechapel song and I'm like, man, I haven't heard, because I skipped out on like their last 2 albums. Because they had an album called, I want to believe it's called Reincarnated or something. And I didn't like it. Or no, maybe it was they released a self-titled project like deep into their career. It was one of the two. But I heard it and I really wasn't feeling it. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not really fucking with it. I'll just skip out. And I just skipped out. But then I saw this song and I listened to it. And it's so different for them. Mm-hmm. But I can't stop listening to it, bro. Like, I've literally had, like, this song on a repeat just everywhere I go. That's the only thing I've been listening to since I heard it, which was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm really stuck with it, and it was cool because it shows the range of their vocalists. Not only can he do the growls and the other shit, he's got a pretty good voice, to be honest, so... You should check out that song, because, I mean, even if you don't like the heavy shit, you might like that song. I mean, it's the single song, because so they have a 10-track album coming, and they have 5 of them, like, pre-released. I listened to all 5, that's the only one that's like that. The other ones kind of have, like, their old style mixed a little bit, so, but...
That's cool, though.
Yeah.
I don't, like, you're kind of, you're saying, like, you know, they went different, but I think most artists need to experiment some more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that the song was dedicated to the vocalist's mom that died or something. Mm. There was an article where like their guitarist was saying that he's cool with doing that kind of music if that's what the vocalist needs to get that type of shit off his chest. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it seems like the whole band is comfortable with doing different shit too, which is cool. I like when artists do different shit. And speaking of Twisted, like saying, you know, how Razor was opening for Twisted tonight. Yeah. Twisted's another one of those bands, or they're not necessarily a band, I guess. They're
hip-hop duo.
Hip-hop duos, but...
Hardcore.
Horrorcore. But they do everything, bro. It's like, if you listen to Most Tasteless, which is like their 1998 album, and then you just listen forward from there, every single project, and that was one of my favorite things about Twisted, and that's why no matter what happens with all the Juggalo shit, whether I think it's good music anymore or not, Twisted has always been... consistently somebody I can listen to because every project is different and every project you'll find something you like. Yeah. Like they have a new album coming called Generation Nightmare. I think it comes out April or something. Okay. They just did Warp Tour with a bunch of bands, bro. They got like a punk rock fucking sound to their shit now. It's so weird, but like every project for Twisted all the way through their discography is always different and I love that, dude. Yeah. I don't like when artists get complacent and they just keep doing the same sound. Yeah. It's like, dude, will you just fucking do something different? Like, test yourself a little bit. It
depends on which artist that is, too.
I mean, but I can see, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But there's always room to improve. So if you can tweak something a little bit and then all of a sudden you sound a little better, then maybe...
Yeah, even the minor, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but upgrade it.
Yeah. That's dope, though.
If you ain't snapped the cabinet door off, you don't have to replace the cabinet door. But if you want a new school cabinet and not some 1980s fucking, I don't know, pine oak, weird ass fucking, that's probably like a new school thing. I don't even know. Yeah. Bad analogy. Fuck it.
Yeah. I see that Jay-Z's album, The Blueprint, it got like into. What was it, the National Recording Registry? So it's like, you know, they take certain projects that are real significant in, I guess, American culture, and, you know, they put it all together, and it's like one of the most important shit. So that's pretty dope, man. I'm like, what? Like, that blew me away. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That's dope, man. I've never been, you know this, but I've never been super huge into Jay-Z, man. But...
he's my favorite rapper, man. I think he is.
I respect a lot of shit that he's been doing as far as for the industry. I mean, isn't he responsible for Tidal?
Yeah.
So
that's why he's my.
And
favorite.
He pays fucking rappers lawyers. He helps people. Yeah, man,
yeah,
that dude.
That's why he's my favorite. He just doesn't. He isn't like really one dimensional.
Right.
As a person.
Right.
You know.
And he's also, I think, one of them. Isn't he like the most paid like rapper? Isn't he like the highest? Isn't he like worth like $550 million? And Beyonce's worth like 450 or something. They're worth like over $1 billion.
Yeah, I think both of them are actually close to $1 billion each by now.
Oh fuck yeah! That was a long time ago that I heard that.
Yeah.
So I got like a controversial music topic, and I'm hoping that you heard it just so we can kind of maybe get some back and forth.
About who?
Yellow Wolf.
I don't fuck with Yellow Wolf.
Alright, kind of neither do I.
Mm-mm.
But I heard, so everybody kept posting this fucking Bloody Sunday freestyle where he disses Post Malone and he disses G-Eazy.
Does anybody know why?
Alright, check this out. So, the song is okay.
Alright.
It's Yellow Wolf.
Right.
So I'm going to say that right off the bat. If you don't like Yellow Wolf, it's not going to be really for you. I liked it. It wasn't terrible. It was better than some of the shit he's been putting out. Because I liked Trunk Music, the first Trunk Music. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I just didn't like the style that he went into. I just wasn't fucking with it. And then, actually, the homie Jeff told me about some albums that I got to look into that I haven't heard that he said were good. But I'm going to look into those. But he's coming out with Trunk Music 3, and he was doing these few freestyles, and he drops the last freestyle or something. And he disses G-Eazy and he disses Post Malone.
That's interesting, cause...
So here's the thing. G-Eazy deserved it. Because with the Eminem beef and all that shit, I think he said some shit about Yellow Wolf. And when Yellow Wolf tried to jump in, because when Eminem had beef with MGK and G-Eazy, Yellow Wolf jumped in and dropped a diss track too.
That's fucking weird. But you know what? I feel
it's the hype train, man. He just wanted to hop on. Choo-choo, you know what I mean?
That hype train shit, it's marketing because... Those motherfuckers are like all in the same circle. Like Eminem he signed Yellow Wolf when?
Yeah, a while ago.
Years ago, right?
No, it was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
He's been on Shady for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But fucking, so he disses. So G-Eazy, that's one thing. And honestly, the diss wasn't. Everybody was sharing it like, whoa, bro, Yellow Wolf's firing shots, bro. Shots fired, bro. Dude, the best line. He said that one sip of G-Eazy's whiskey made him want to go back to AA. That was the hardest. I mean, that's funny. It's funny to me.
But it's not
because he has a whiskey too, so I feel like he was just trying to make his sound better. We tried that shit.
I guess.
But
shit's corny.
I think, yeah, that was like the hardest line, bro. Out of the whole thing, I was like, dude, why are people hyping this up, man? I made a post and I'm like, dude, stop using hate to spread music. Yeah. Because the shit wasn't really even that hard. You know what I mean?
It was. I even think like because it's a funny line. It may be just like a poke at him. It's not even like a real diss. I don't think.
He said some other shit
if
too.
He said some other like what other shit
hard.
did he say?
I can't even tell you. None of it stuck. That's what I'm saying. And then like.
Well,
so like, bro, like a couple days later, there was like a buzz about the freestyle, obviously, because he was firing shots, bro. And he then he posted a promo pic, Trunk Music 3 coming next month. That's all he was trying to do, dude. Wow. And then, like, what I don't like is he fired at Post Malone for no fucking reason. And basically his argument on Post Malone was, you're tattooed something, generic version of me making money off what I built. Like, basically, he was, like, on some Soulja Boy shit. Like, I'm the first one to do this, man. You can't do this.
These artists trolling is ridiculous.
You know what that tells me? That tells me you're jealous that Post Malone makes more money than you.
Yep.
It tells me that...
Your shit ain't doing so good.
Right. Because you're just picking one of the most talked about artists right now and just firing shots that have no background and no reason. Like, he literally just fucking said, hey, Post Malone, fuck you, I'm coming for you. And Post Malone's like, who are you? You know what I mean? I was just like, what the fuck? Why would you just start firing shots at random artists besides promo? I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't even... Not a single word that he said about Post Malone did I take into account. And it's not because I'm a Post Malone fan, but it's literally because
I'm not a Post Malone fan.
The entire verse that he kind of spit about Post Malone was like, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous. That's what it sounded like to me. I was like, bro, get off the dude's dick. Like, we get it. You're jealous.
That's messed up.
But it was ridiculous, man.
If you really want to make, like way better waves that are gonna last, like forever, you
gotta,
should fucking work with him. You shouldn't just out and just diss somebody
for
random.
real.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe he tried to work with him and didn't get it.
Well, then shit.
That's different.
That's still not.
But then you would think you would talk about it rather than fucking talk about some bullshit.
Okay.
I mean, if you're embarrassed, I guess.
Okay, look, check this out. Here's the exact same thing Tech Nine did. He tried to get Eminem for a collab forever. Timing wasn't right.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on My World with.
Yeah, back
Brother
in 2006. They didn't hook up until what, 2015, something like
15? Damn, 4 years ago.
that. So anyways, like Tech Nine's been trying to get. He was trying to get Eminem to do a song, right? Forever. Whatever the excuse was, it just was not happening, right? You don't see Tech Nine turning around and just dissing him.
Right.
He just kept trying. He kept putting it out in public that he really wants to work with him.
Yeah, but let's make sure just to put on the record that that's not necessarily what happened with Post Malone and Yellow Wolf, but...
Well, no.
I just don't see the reason for it.
I'm saying the better thing to do is just work with other artists. It's gonna give you way more money in the long run.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm just tired of the fake beef, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thing about the beef these days is it's all promo, bro. The MGK and Eminem, the fucking G-Eazy MGK, the fucking... I mean, the list goes on. There's all these, like, rappers just firing shots at each other. Thing is, if they saw each other in a back hallway, they're going to do one of these. One's going to look that way, one's going to look this way, and they're just going to walk. Fuck that. You ain't beefing. Stop acting like there's beef where there's not beef. If you're not going to walk up and say the shit to the dude's face or, like, do something about it, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Nobody wants to hear it on a beat. If you ain't ready to beat dude's ass, you know?
Like, I appreciate people who are straightforward, especially, like, when it comes to business or marketing or promoting. Yeah. Like, okay, you got someone like Tory Lanez and fucking
Joyner
Lucas.
Bro, that's another one.
They did that, but they came out from the jump saying it's just,
competition. Yeah.
It
and
wasn't
that's
like
cool.
real beef.
Yeah.
Like, everybody respects that. But when you try to, like, fake a beef, it's like, dude, I don't want to listen to you. Yeah. I really don't.
And honestly, don't get me wrong, like, if you have a problem with someone, like, if I had a problem with a rapper and I'm like, I don't think I mean, knock on wood, I don't think I'd ever do a diss track unless I absolutely needed to.
Right.
I did that when I first started with, like, some other rapper that was first starting, it was trash. Anyways, fucking, I wouldn't necessarily just have a diss track, but if you have something to say about somebody and you're going to put it on a song and you're going to have, whatever, how many ever listens, whether it's hundreds, thousands, or maybe even 10, however many listeners you have, if you're going to put it out there for other people to hear, when you see that motherfucker face to face, you keep that same energy and you better be ready to say that shit to his face, because putting it out on the internet, you said it to him.
Yep.
Period. So if you can't say it to him looking in his eyes, shut the fuck up. That's the way that I see it, man. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, half the time these people, they're like actually friends, and then they're like, "Yo, let's start a beef."
Yeah, like, I mean, if fucking Yellow Wolf really wanted to have a problem with Post Malone, call your shot, but then just keep it real and actually, honestly, have a reason. I don't understand just picking a rapper and dissing him. You know what I mean? You got to have some type of a reason. Mm-hmm. If you hate his music and you generally just want to try to fucking take him out the rap game, make your point in your song. Don't just fucking, you took from me, I did this first. Guess what, dude? You weren't even the first white rapper. Mm-hmm. Fucking get over yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I sound like I'm hating on Yellow Wolf hard.
I don't even see them as the same at all.
Dude, neither do I.
See a similarity.
That's what I said. I'm like, how could Yellow Wolf make that argument when they're completely two different artists? Like I said, man, the verse sounds, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous. That's all I hear when dude's spitting it. I'm like, man. But it was, overall, excuse me, whew, I thought it was a good track, but I just wasn't feeling the fact that he fired at Post Malone for no reason. The G-Eazy thing, I feel like it's getting warm, it's starting to boil, but I don't know what's really behind it neither. I don't know if he was just jumping into Eminem shit.
Is G-Eazy on the same label?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up, because that's just, if it is.
But like, see, the thing is MGK was on Interscope and Shady's through Interscope, so it's like Eminem and MGK technically would be the same label.
Maybe.
But see, I feel like if there's any, like, rapper that's gonna be like, you white rappers copy me, whatever you're stenciling me, it would be Eminem, honestly. I mean, he's not the first white rapper, I don't think, but he was the first one to put that shit like on the map. You know what I mean? He was controversial for that when he was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of all these dudes, especially dudes like Yellow Wolf, who don't sound like anybody. I mean, maybe that's a good thing that I'm saying about him. You know what I mean? He's unique, but I don't know, man. I just wasn't feeling the Post Malone diss, and it's not because I'm a fan. I'm not in my chest because he dissed Post Malone. That's not the problem here. The problem here is what I stated before. Like, hip-hop is just going into, like, this beef promo, man. And what the fuck do we need all this hate in the game for? Like, fucking show each other some respect and some fucking...
Yeah.
Something else, dude. There needs to be more love. Everybody's just using hate to fucking make money. It's like, fuck you and your bullshit, dude.
Yep, I totally agree.
And they don't keep that fucking energy, man. Soft-ass rappers, dude.
It's kind of difficult to look at these label shit because you got, like, subdivisions and all that shit. It's hard to connect them right on the spot.
That's okay. I'm running out of shit to say. I was going to try to keep running, but...
Sony Music, RCA. That's fine. Shit, what else did I have for, like, as far as music shit? I started listening to this other, not a rap artist. He's a singer out in Europe, I think, like, London. Maverick Sabre, I showed you his shit, like, years ago.
I liked a song by him you showed me.
Yeah, he's got a new album. It's really good, so far. I don't have, like, a full review yet, but...
The whole thing?
As far as what I listened to, I think I listened to like 7 tracks so far. But yeah, I liked it. It's more of like a soul, record. That's just some of the things I listen to, like Maverick Sabre, fucking Seal. I like Seal a lot. I like some of John Legend's stuff. So, I mean, it's not all hip-hop every fucking day.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, obviously I brought up, like, Whitechapel and shit. Yesterday I was listening to, I don't know how the fucking... It's either Rebulition or Rebelition. It's like a reggae band. They're fucking dope, dude. You should check out their album, Courage to Grow. I don't feel like it's the type of reggae that you think. But it's like... It's almost like a reggae ska type vibe to it. I mean, ska is like a subgenre. Like just check out Courage to Grow by Rebulition or Revelation, however the fuck they would say it. Mm-hmm. They're kind of dope. I randomly found that, like, years ago, back when I was, like, in that little month of college or whatever. I just went on iTunes and put in reggae, and it was, like, an album that dropped, like, that same week. And it just happens to come across it, and I sometimes I go back to it and check it out. But, yeah, I listen to all kinds of shit, too, man.
Even, like I remember I was on YouTube, and... I got fucking sucked into YouTube. I just kept, going through videos and shit. And, like, I came across fucking, like, K-pop. I was like, what the fuck is this, dog?
Oh, God.
Some of it, like, the K-pop that I like is the one when they be rapping and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is dope. Like, and then, like, their music videos are fucking crazy. Their shows are fucking crazy. And, like, them motherfuckers can dance, dog. Like, Psycho can dance, right?
Yeah.
He can't do the shit that they be doing. I'm like, can you do that? He's like, I don't even know how they do it.
That's crazy.
I'm like, dude, they got some crazy ass moves. I like that about, how like Asia picked up on hip hop like that, and they really went hard with it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Like, they got what's that? 88 Rising, I think is the label. I told you about these guys called Higher Brothers. Mm-hmm. There's 4 of them. They got a song with Ski Mask.
Yeah.
And what's that dude's name that made the song? Sumo?
I don't know. Is it
the
Denzel Curry.
Yeah. Him, they got a track together. That track is fire, dog. That shit is dope.
You have to tell me what it is.
It's dope, man.
Alicia's been getting me into Spanish music too a little bit, man.
Yeah, I got some reggaeton.
There's a fucking band called Mana, bro, that I like a lot. We actually got tickets to see them. They're like a Spanish rock band.
Okay.
Bro, their vocalist's voice is so fucking dope. I mean, I'm not
Did
like...
you fall asleep to it?
No.
All right.
Maybe. It is relaxing.
I'm trying to get like what kind of voice you talking about.
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like heavy.
Yeah.
It's not like there's no like aggression in it. I'm trying to compare it to somebody. You can't. It's dope. You gotta check them out. Yeah, they're really good got tickets to go see them. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he's saying. His voice is fresh. I mean, I gotta learn Spanish eventually, but I'm working on it.
I'm not. I've stopped.
You stopped. You just said fuck it. It is complicated, dude.
Well, I mean,
I feel like if you grew up learning it,
about having to play that podcast because what I was doing is I would play the podcast on my way from home every day, and go through the lessons, and then try to use it throughout the day or whatever. But my thing is I'm fucking into everything. I'm into everything on YouTube, like fucking State of the Culture, fucking Gary V, Evan Carmichael, ESPN, fucking CBS, like all these other shits that I listen to, and it's I gotta listen to all that, It's just a lot to listen to.
I use an app called Duolingo. Bro, it don't even have to be Spanish. You can have any fucking language. Bro, they were teaching, the language that the fucking dudes in Game of Thrones speak.
Really?
The, Targaryens or whatever the fuck they were.
They probably got fucking, Lord of the Rings shit and
bro, they have,
Star Trek and all
any
that.
Language you can think of, and you can learn it on there, bro. And it's cool how they break it down and you, do lessons, and then as you get to next lessons, the shit you already learned is in there. I honestly believe, you'd have to scroll a long-ass way to see all the lessons. I honestly believe if I fill all the fucking little, bubbles or whatever, because it, fills up, experience.
Mm-hmm.
If I did that, I guarantee you I could speak Spanish by the end of it, dude.
Yeah. I think I had a game on my phone, too. A while back ago. Maybe that's what I should do.
But Duolingo, bro, for real. I'm gonna get to it. I fell off a little bit. I've learned a good amount of Spanish recently, but not a super good amount.
Well, yeah.
And
I know
I catch words and I understand it, but speaking it and piecing together sentences is where I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand more than I've probably ever been able to.
All right, what's the most important word that you've learned?
Don't do
it
that.
It should have been
dog.
one of the first. What's the most important one?
What do you mean?
What is it? What's the most important Spanish word that you should know if you're if you're in Mexico?
Important in what situation?
If you need help. Ayúdame.
Oh, I didn't know it.
You need that for sure. Because if something's going on, you gotta say that.
Got you. Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Well, that's what I was told back in elementary.
Oh. They thought one of you little motherfuckers would get lost in Mexico.
For us, yeah, for sure.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man, dude, fucking, I actually enjoyed Spanish class in elementary, and then I liked it in middle school.
I never had it till high school.
Really? I actually had it in all three, but they're all beginner. So I kind of stayed around the same shit, and I didn't practice it like that. But in 6th grade, I liked it, and then 7th grade came around. For some reason, dude, I fucking hated it. I think it was my teacher.
Dude, I didn't like Spanish in high school. I honestly, first of all, I did Spanish 1, and I passed it with a D. Because I didn't do shit in there on purpose. I was like, fuck this, I don't want to learn it, whatever. I was being hard-headed.
Yeah.
Then Spanish 2, which was the 2nd year, I was supposed to have... I don't know, somehow I got the school to let me drop it, even though I was supposed to take it all the way through or some shit. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting out of it, because I'd get in trouble in there all the time, and they would, ask me, what the fuck are you doing? I'd be like, I don't want to be in there, so... Fix that, and our issues are done. But speaking of getting lost in Mexico, so I'll be watching that show Shameless. Mm-hmm. Now imagine this, dude. So the dad, he's an alcoholic and a druggie and shit. Bro, he goes on a party run, a binger. Bro, he wakes up in Mexico.
Ooh, man.
Could you imagine that, bro? Not knowing, he didn't know where he was, so he woke up in Mexico. Bro, what would you do if you just randomly just woke up in Mexico?
God.
And didn't know where you were, you just woke up in a completely different country?
Well, did he have his phone?
No.
Damn. He's fucked. I mean, he'll get back eventually.
I mean, he did get back, but I'm saying so if you just woke up, it don't even have to be Mexico. Sure. Say hypothetically, you just woke up.
Where am I at exactly? Am I at a bar in Mexico?
You're just on a street, and everything looks different. I mean, it's a completely different country, different culture, everything. You're just you wake up on a street in a different country. It don't even have to be Mexico.
I'm gonna grab a fucking milk crate and be like, yo, who speaks English? Probably get shot. Nah, I wouldn't get shot.
I don't know what I would do. I start freaking out, bro.
I'll just start talking to people for real. Just start talking to people. Get your way out. I guess. I don't think I would panic. I'd be like fucking.
I would.
shocked.
What do you mean? If I just woke up in a different country and had no idea where I was?
I'm different in those kind of crazy scenarios. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're more calm, bro. I can't
Yeah.
do that shit.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll be laughing at myself, but
I get stressed
I'll be
out.
shocked. I'm like,
I get stressed
why the
out.
fuck am I in Mexico? Like, well, let me just get out of here.
Yeah, I get stressed if it was any country. Like if I woke up like in the streets of Tokyo and I had no idea where I was, bro. Like what the fuck?
That would be nuts. No, you know what would be scary if you woke up in fucking like North Korea, ooh, or China. Yeah, be careful in China.
Because you don't even know the laws, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and they have like strict ass
Like,
laws.
how did you get here? Like, I don't know. They probably lock you up just for that. Like, God.
Hell
You
yeah.
have to definitely like try to find somebody that's not an authority. Cause you never know, man. They'll be like, oh,
You don't know who's an authority, bro.
yeah,
And
no,
like
they got
in places,
uniforms.
isn't like places like North Korea, they got like voice recorders in everybody's houses. Like they can hear what you say at all times and shit.
I'm not sure.
There's something like that. It's either I don't know if I believe it's North Korea is like the strict like fucked up one, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, because it's one of the Koreas, and they have like I learned it in like social studies in high school. I don't know if they still have it, but at some point they had like they could always hear you. They have recorders in every house.
Everything's on tap.
I'm like, bro, fuck that. If you said anything bad about the government, they came and got you right away.
Mm.
So you would be listened to at all times. It's kind of, I guess, like that Big Brother idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know like everybody in North Korea has to have that picture of what's his face.
Kim Jong. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that was another thing too. Yeah.
Like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Right. I want some picture of some dude in my crib.
I wonder how. I'm pretty sure they got like a documentary out there, but how hard is it to get out of North Korea? Like, are you able to get out? Like, how hard is it? How hard do they make it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that brings me. I don't want to get into the NBA yet, but that brings me to Giannis. He's super fucking lucky that he made it out. Well, he made it. His family, I mean, because their fucking visas got denied twice, and if you get denied 3 times, you're just not allowed to leave the fucking country.
Out of Greece.
Yeah. They had a short documentary on ESPN about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Finding Giannis. It's pretty good.
Damn, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Speaking of Giannis, April 4th, the Greek Freak ones hit stores. You know I'm gonna go get me some fresh kicks. If they're fresh, if they ain't fresh, I ain't gonna buy them. Sorry, homie. But I'm like, I was telling Alicia,
cool.
I'm
I didn't know he was bringing out a shoe.
yeah, dude, April 4th.
With who? Nike.
It just said he posted something big coming April 4th, like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, he said your couch will never be the same, and I'm like, what's he talking about?
Couch.
But I think he's saying you wouldn't want to be on it.
Oh.
And then
Got you. So he's got some running.
Then
like,
yesterday,
running shoes or something.
it must be, or basketball shoes in
Basketball
general.
shoes.
Then yesterday they dropped the official statement that come playoffs, April 4th, he'll be releasing his first shoe. I told Alicia, I'm like, well, shit, we're getting in right when he's about to drop the ones. We should like literally collect the Giannis's, like get the ones, the twos, the.
It's hard.
Because it's hard to do that with something like Jordan now because there's like 13 different ones. You know what I mean? And there's even more than that.
But you gotta think, it's worldwide for Jordan. Like,
and there's
every
more than
fucking
just
country.
the ones, twos, threes.
Yeah.
There's the fucking Jordan Superflies.
It's still
shit
hard
like
to
that.
get like some of those Jordans that come out. Like, the ones you want to get are of course like the first few,
Mhm.
and then after it starts getting more popular, where you can easily buy them like a week or 2 after release. Then you're gonna start looking into like the limited edition ones, and those are the ones you might have to actually go to the store for and wait in line for like a day or whatever.
Yeah, I just want to get like when Giannis puts them out, if they're dope, I want to get like the ones, the twos, the threes. I want to have like all the Giannis's.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be tight. I think they're called the Freaks.
I would strictly like the shoe game. I would just flip them. That's all I do.
I wonder if
he would make a shit ton of money off of them. You keep them long enough.
I wonder if they're gonna be like dope or if they're gonna be ugly ass shoes though. And I wonder what kind of colorway they're gonna do. If they're gonna do like just a Bucks colorway or if they're gonna have colorway options. I hope they'd have options.
I don't know if they're gonna have too many options for like the first shoe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope. I mean, Bucks colors wouldn't be that bad. I got a lot of Bucks gear, so I really wouldn't be tripping.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
I just don't want some like freaky ass colors, like some goofy ass like highlighter color and shit. You know what I mean?
Pink and green.
Yeah, then I wouldn't be fucking with it.
Yeah. Well, that'd be cool. Congratulations to him if he's bringing out a fucking shoe.
Yeah, bro. And what?
And
A couple seasons into the NBA, you gotta think about it.
it's been like 4 or 5.
That's just a couple though. That's not a lot. Look at dudes that are dropping shoes, like fucking LeBron and KD and.
Well, LeBron. I mean, that's LeBron, man.
Fuck
He
LeBron.
came out.
Fuck LeBum. There you go. You just sparked my fucking rant.
What do you mean?
Fuck LeBum.
Nah, cuz.
Bro,
You crazy.
for one, he sat out of the Bucks game,
So?
right? But
Giannis.
not
yeah,
only
It's mainly because Giannis sat out.
no,
Yes, it
Giannis's news came after LeBron's, bro. I got the
They knew
breaking
that.
news on both of them.
They knew they were going to sit out.
No,
You think breaking news is actually breaking? It's not.
bro, don't even put
It's
that
old.
on Giannis. Fuck that.
No, it's because of Giannis.
Giannis sat out because of him. Because Giannis had a fucked up ankle. He was gonna play if LeBron played and he didn't, and then Giannis didn't rest his ankle. And you know what? Fuck it. It don't matter who sat out for who. Giannis was on his bench supporting his team. LeBron didn't even show up to the fucking stadium. Fuck LeBum. Fuck LeBum. Trash. My team didn't make the playoffs, so I'm gonna sit and pout like a little bitch. Fuck LeBum.
I support LeBron all the way.
I don't. Not one bit.
With basketball decisions like that, I support it.
Not one bit. Just not show up and support your team. What's he doing?
He's probably rehabbing because I really think he has a significant injury.
I think he
'Cause
can't.
It was like a sore groin again.
Yeah.
I think that shit is. I think he needs surgery.
I think he
That's what
came.
I
I
think.
think he came to the Lakers like, "Oh, I'm winning chip." Now he didn't make the playoffs, and he's being a salty little
He
bitch.
didn't say that. He didn't say he was gonna win the chip. He didn't even really say. He said the
Where
goal,
did he go there?
said the overall goal is to bring one chip out of the 4 years. But his main thing to go to LA
Branding.
is branding.
Man, I don't fuck with LeBron, bro. That shit was some bullshit.
LeBron is great.
No, he's
He's
not.
great.
He isn't great, but he's not the greatest.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said he's great
He's trash.
overall.
I don't like his
all
attitude,
around.
and I think he's
On and
overhyped
off the
by
court.
people like
He's
you.
fucking great.
By people like you.
What'd you say?
Huh?
No, what'd you say?
Overhyped by people like you.
Overhyped?
Overhyped.
Overhyped. He's got 3
Overhyped.
rings. How's that overhyped?
Good for him.
How is it overhyped that he brings trash teams through the playoffs?
Did he do it this year?
He got hurt.
He had a team that's good, and he couldn't
He won't-
even bring them through.
Don't be one of those people. You forget they were 4th in the West before he went down with his first ever major injury. First ever out of how many years he's been in the NBA?
Man, that's because he's
Oh
old.
my goodness. Yeah, he's old and he's still doing it.
Barely.
Well, according to you, barely.
He ain't even showing
But
up to the stadiums.
At his age, he's still one of the top athletes in the world.
I'm a LeBron hater, and I just thought it was bullshit that he couldn't even show up to the stadium, bro. That's some trash.
Hey, Kobe did the same thing.
Shitty ass attitude,
Kobe did the
bro.
same thing in Milwaukee years ago. Kobe was healthy, and he sat on the bench. He didn't play.
Yeah, sat on the bench. Didn't even walk through the stadium
healthy.
doors. I don't care.
Healthy. Hold on, he was healthy. He wasn't hurt.
You're resting for playoffs.
No, it wasn't that. It was earlier in the season. Because my guy Markel told me about it. He was like, bro, I have a grudge against Kobe. I was like, why? He's like, man, I bought floor tickets with my son to see Kobe play, and he didn't even play. He sat on the fucking bench.
Bro, there was a dude. There was a dude that paid $7,000 for this past game, and he's trying to get his money back because LeBron and Giannis sat out.
That's too bad. That's the way.
That's
it works,
stupid.
though.
The way I see it, if you're gonna drop $7,000 on a Tuesday basketball
I'm not
game,
gonna
you
do
deserve
it.
to get fucked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but that's the risk you take when you plan ahead, when you buy ahead. You know what I mean?
I'm
When
not
you
buying
buy
ahead
so
no more
far.
because that's lesson learned. And when they call me next year trying to sell me a package, I'm a bitch. I'm like, I spent a whole bunch of
I
money
have a
trying to
bad
get something
experience
for
with,
free.
with those people trying to sell shit because they just don't let up. I'm like, I don't really have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience to go to a game a week or some shit like that. You know what I mean? No fucking way. Dude.
Yeah, man. I don't fuck with LeBron, man. I never have. I told you a long time ago. I think it's because the people instantly start comparing him to Jordan, and there's people that think he's better than Jordan, which is not even fucking.
Hey, so really, you're just saying the people made him annoying.
Basically,
Yeah.
and I don't like his attitude. He's like a Tom Brady to me. I'm a Patriots fan, and I'm not crazy about Tom Brady. I just don't like his attitude. I mean, LeBron does a lot of cool things off the court that I didn't know about. Like, he made, like, that school, and he does, like, a lot of shit like that, which is cool, and I respect that, but when it comes to the game, I don't like his fucking attitude. Like, even this year, the shit where, like, his team's making mistakes and he's standing under the fucking hoop going like this while the rest of his team's trying to play defense. I don't give a fuck what just happened. I don't care who you are. Get your ass down there and defend, bro.
He's not healthy, dude. He's not.
So you do shit like that towards your teammates because you're not healthy? That's, bro.
When you actually watch the games, you can see how badly they miss their assignments, and that's why he's complaining. He's got to let them know you guys are fucking up. He can't just be like,
and that's
all right,
fine, but why
let me
wouldn't
try
you
to
just keep
hustle back.
playing? He ain't even got to hustle back and hold up the team as long as he was over there, bro. How you gonna leave dudes that are already missing their assignments 4-on-5 at the other end of the court while you're over there fucking shaking your head and pouting?
Hey,
bro, get your ass down there, bro.
Especially when they get fouled or something like that. They're at the under them bitching to the referee, which I don't think any player should do. But to me, LeBron's hurt, number one. Number two, his team is soft as a bitch. I'm going to say right now, the Lakers are fucking soft.
That's not true, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. Dude, when the trade rumors started happening, they
got mad,
they went way down.
Bro, but I just watched Kadavius Caldwell-Pope snap.
That's him. He's a veteran. I'm mainly talking about, like, the young dudes.
Yeah.
They fucking just, their confidence went way down. Their game went way down. To me, I would have pulled LeBron off the court a long time ago. Like, you're fucking 10th, 11th in the West? There's no fucking way you're making the playoffs. Why would you have LeBron on the court? He played yesterday. I'm not playing LeBron. I'm like, LeBron, you got to sit.
I don't know, man. And I don't know.
I would not play him. Would you play him?
I don't fuck with LeBum.
He's not a bum, dude.
He's a bum.
He's one of the greats.
Okay, cool.
He's one of the greats.
One of the greatest bums.
I don't think so, man.
I don't know. I just don't fuck with him, man.
You can't.
I don't like his attitude.
You can't knock his accolades just because of an attitude. I'm not knocking Tom Brady. I don't
That's
like
fine.
Kobe.
Yeah,
I never liked Kobe. I respect Kobe. I'm not gonna call him a bum.
I can recognize LeBron's accolades. I just call him LeBum because I'm not a fan.
That don't even make sense.
Don't care for him.
It don't make sense. What do you call Tom Brady then?
A crybaby bitch? You can ask anybody
that. That don't make sense, man.
He's a crybaby bitch. What do you mean? It's calling it like it is.
I'm saying it's a respect thing because they've done so they've done great for your team, man. He's done great things for your team.
Okay.
At least respect him for that.
I respect what he's done.
Don't call him a bitch.
He is a bitch.
That's out of bounds, man.
When you lose a game and you're on the sidelines crying, bro, get over it.
No, that's different. There's these guys work their whole life for shit like that.
Bro,
come on.
You're making excuses.
I'm
not
trying
to defend LeBum.
I don't have to defend him. He's the greatest athlete on the planet. He is. He's one of the greats. There's nothing else after that. But I'm not gonna call him a bum.
Greatest athlete on the planet?
A bum is Carmelo Anthony. How about that?
On the planet?
He's one of the greatest athletes on the planet.
No, you said the greatest athlete on the planet.
He's one of the greatest.
One of. You better put that in front of there.
Let me think about.
He's not the greatest athlete on the planet.
Who else would be up there?
I don't know. Anybody that's that's great in sports. You can't. That's the thing is I don't like is people put LeBron on this fucking pedestal, bro. Where there's other players in the NBA that play like he does, dude.
With
like
rings?
He's not. Okay,
I
hate the
that Dragon team. That Dragon team.
He has 3. Jordan has 6.
Jordan's not playing right now. You're talking about right now.
Okay, there's nobody else in the league that has 3 rings.
I mean, the Warriors do, but
there you go, dude.
No, people give the Warriors all their accolades all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
But
so
then
there's
again,
people
it's
in the
like
league that play like LeBron, bro.
Not like LeBron. Nobody on the Warriors plays like LeBron.
You gotta look up the stats. If you look up the stats right now, I guarantee you LeBron's not the number 1 player in the NBA right now.
No, not right now.
All right.
I'm saying he's one of the greatest athletes in the NBA. In the world, he is.
One of. That's what I'm saying. But people be putting him on this pedestal like there's him and then there's like this huge distance and then there's everybody else and that's nowhere near how it is, bro.
Durant is close.
A lot of people are close.
Who?
But the thing is you're going to be like, they don't have the accolades, but they don't have the time.
You got to have the rings, and you got to have the stats.
This dude's got 16 seasons and 3 chips.
Yeah.
Bro, that's 13 seasons.
Some guys go 15 with 0. You can call them bums.
I don't know. I'm just saying that he's not that far ahead of everybody else, and that's why I dislike when people try to make arguments for him and shit. Because he's not that far from everybody else, bro. He's really not.
Who's everybody else? 'Cause you're not naming people.
Okay. James Harden, Giannis,
Hold on.
Joel Embiid.
Stop right there.
James Harden don't play defense. I don't even want to hear it. I already know.
I'm not even saying style of play. James Harden has religiously choked in the playoffs.
Okay.
Religiously.
That's an argument that you can make, but that doesn't separate him and LeBron.
As far as greatness,
if you're talking stats and accolades, no, it doesn't.
Greatness, yes. LeBron's got all the stats over James Harden right now. He's greater than James Harden.
He has a better point per game than James Harden right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
All right, that's my point. Harden he doesn't have greater. James
Harden ain't greater than LeBron. Hold up.
You literally just said.
Okay, you're confusing. You're confusing great with skill and shit like that.
So are you. You're talking about accolades when you're talking about great. Accolades would be stats. So I'm talking stats.
Career
you
stats?
literally just said LeBron has all stats over everybody in the league. I just said, does he have higher points per game than James Harden? You said no.
You're talking about this season. I'm talking about LeBron as a great. In general.
Well, then why can't I bring up Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan is not in the league right now. We're talking about who's
You're talking about all time. You're talking about a great of all time.
You're saying who in the league right now playing. In the league right now
playing. But see, anybody that you put up with his numbers don't have as many seasons. So you can't say that.
There's guys that are close.
Like who? Bums?
Yeah, like
old ass dudes that ain't playing.
Carmelo.
Okay, that's
Carmelo's
the point.
the perfect example.
You can't. That's
you
what I'm
can
saying.
call Carmelo a bum because he don't really got nothing to show for it.
There's plenty dudes in the NBA that don't have the time that LeBron has that will have better seasons than LeBron has.
I doubt it.
I don't. I mean, we can't have this conversation until like 15 years from now. But I guarantee you, there's dudes in the game right now.
There's guys that are gonna achieve what LeBron has achieved in his time.
I call it right now. Giannis will. Call it right now. Giannis will.
3 chips.
I fuck the ring shit. I don't do the ring argument. Rings matter
in basketball.
I don't do the ring argument, bro.
They matter in basketball.
I never do the ring argument. I don't do the Super Bowl argument. You just
brought up Jordan.
That's because you're bringing up rings.
I hate
talking rings.
Rings matter.
I hate talking rings.
In a legacy, rings matter, dude.
I hate talking rings, bro.
But they matter.
They don't, really.
They do matter. Yes, they do. Especially if you are the reason why you guys have the ring. They do matter.
But you're saying nobody else contributed to the Cavs rings.
I'm not
and you're
saying
you're saying nobody on the Heat contributed to that ring.
I'm not saying that.
So don't say LeBron's the reason.
LeBron is the main reason.
He is the main reason. It was the team. When him and D-Wade were balling together, you can't say D-Wade wasn't doing it right there with him.
No, he was good. But is he better than LeBron, greater than LeBron? No, he's not.
Would LeBron have been playing as good as he was with the Heat without Dwayne Wade there?
Without Dwayne Wade there?
Or anybody else that was on that team. If that wasn't that squad, would LeBron have done as good with the Heat?
Same thing for the Warriors.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. So why is LeBron on a pedestal when everybody relies on their teammates?
The main reason why that team even had a chance to go to the finals is LeBron. That's the main reason.
Why? They all played together. No.
He's that
I'm not hearing that bullshit. Because you can't say that Dwayne Wade wasn't playing
It's a team sport. Right there with him. Everybody knows it's a team sport, right? There's some key moments that other guys have to step up for. But overall, the big picture is that main superstar, like Giannis, he's going to be the main superstar.
But he wasn't a main superstar. It was basically a super team just as the Warriors are today. Pull up that team.
That team is nowhere near what the Warriors are.
Well, yeah, it's almost a different era in basketball.
Nowhere near.
It's a different era in basketball.
Even if you compare them all one-on-one.
It's a different era of basketball. Clearly, they're nowhere near it. The Warriors literally started like the super team like buzz that we have today. But what I'm saying to you is LeBron was not the only reason that they made the fucking...
That they won chips?
No.
In Miami?
Dude, if you're talking Miami, that's a bad argument for you to make. If you're talking Cavaliers, that's a better argument for you to try to make. But I'm still going to say...
What's the reason... Okay, so you're telling me that just like with Michael Jordan... He has Hall of Famers around him.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
He played with Hall of Famers. You're telling me that if Jordan wasn't on that team, they would still win 6. No.
No. But that doesn't.
And Jordan, out of all these guys, wasn't he the best player out of all those guys? What is Jordan better than Pippen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Exactly.
But
that's what I'm saying.
But that's what this is what I'm trying to say to you.
I understand you're saying team matters.
I'm saying team now, I don't know why LeBron has such a separation from everybody else. Because he's not.
Because of what he has.
Bro, not only does he... So he has 3 chips. How many has he lost? This is what I'm saying to you. So Jordan has the separation because he's 6-0 in fucking championships, if you're talking rings.
Well, everybody knows Jordan is here. And everybody who's ever played the game is down here.
Right.
Not even close.
So that's the point. So why is down here
Jordan?
Why is down here LeBron and everybody else at the floor?
It's not that far off.
Right, that's my point.
That's
my point.
I told you Kevin Durant is up there.
There's more than just Kevin Durant too. That's my argument.
I don't think so.
I don't know names necessarily, but by the end of everybody's careers, when they have the time LeBron will not be that separated, which is why I hate he gets the fucking, what do you want to call it? The
credit?
Not credit. He deserves, that's what I'm saying. He deserves credit for what he does. Maybe hype, yeah. He deserves credit for what he does, but he should not be separated in the same way that Jordan does, because not only Kevin Durant, there will be and is more players by the end of the time they play that are next to him.
Maybe.
Because I'm not even saying maybe, I'm saying for sure. And that's my point. I'm not like discrediting him. I just don't fuck with LeBron, which is why I call him LeBum. It's a funny thing for myself to do it. I recognize he's not a bum. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny.
Look, you can say he has LeBum moments, but everybody does.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Jordan, he's had bad moments.
For sure. That's why if I'm a hater of somebody, which clearly I'm a hater of LeBron, I'm gonna target those moments. Clearly, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, I just don't like the separation and the pedestal that he gets put on, when by the end of the time they all play and by the time they have the time he has, there will be so many players that...
I don't think so.
I'm not saying so many. I'm going to say at least 5 will be in the same criteria
that's playing
as
right
him.
now.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think at least 5.
I don't think so.
Because whether you want to say super team or not, at least 1 or 2 of the Warriors will be up there. Whether it's Kevin Durant and Steph.
It's probably going to be Durant. It's probably going to be Durant because Steph mainly is, points. And he doesn't have a well-rounded game.
So that's what I'm saying. So
like
when Steph keeps playing and shit, he's going to pass LeBron in scoring. What is everybody going to say then? He shot more threes.
Well, we don't know that. Because Steph's missed a lot of time with injuries and shit.
That's true. But I'm saying, say he does.
Don't know that.
Say he does. Say he passes LeBron on all-time scoring if he puts in a lot of seasons and shit, which might be not possible because of injuries. Anyways, if he does it, everybody's going to be like, bro, he shot more threes, bro. LeBron's still better. Bro, LeBron shot more threes, more free throws, had more games. There was all those stats we were talking about a couple podcasts ago versus Jordan. So why the fuck is he getting put up there, bro?
Well, the points thing, I could see why I didn't celebrate the points thing.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, okay.
But that's the type of... I'm not necessarily talking about you and what you're standing for as far as LeBron. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the average LeBron fan. You know how many people were posting that shit? Like, he just, like, passed Jordan and fucking overall, like... That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he should not have a split because there's going to be so many players that get close to what he's doing. He's got 16 seasons in the fucking NBA. A lot of these dudes, if you're looking at seasons and how many seasons they played, are babies still compared to what LeBron is. LeBron's an old-ass man at this point.
They might not even be babies at this point. They might be, like, young adults because some of these guys are not going to be able to play as long as LeBron.
And I hear that because he took care of his body, and that's another thing that's dope about him.
Out of all, for
sure. But
he's probably going to end up with, like, one thing I can respect.
And I can respect him taking care of his body, but if he's got so many more seasons, of course he's going to have more stats.
Oh, he should.
He should.
He should. Because he's that good.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I'm not discrediting that he's great, but I guess I'm trying to make the argument that LeBron should not be separated from everybody else because I think there will be 5 players playing right now that get close to his stature. But people won't see it that way, regardless of what I say.
My prediction is no. I think maybe 3. Maybe 3.
I just think people won't see it that way. When they all retire, everybody's going to be like, bro, LeBron was the best. LeBron this, LeBron that. that's cool, but he's not separated the way Jordan is. Jordan is separated for a reason. LeBron should not have that same separation because there's players that will pass.
Well, think about it this way. LeBron should have been retired like a year ago, right? If he would have retired a year ago,
he wouldn't be injured right now.
Well, if he would have retired a year ago, then trying to...
He would have went out on top, too.
Yeah,
not necessarily, but...
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because he lost his last finals, right? If he would have retired, then he would have been, like, way, way more appreciated, too, on top of that. So if he would have retired, and then you look at all the stats and shit, and all the rings, and how long he's been, I mean, you got to give LeBron that credit for that generation, because you got to remember some guys that come in after LeBron are coming in after LeBron like 6 years.
Yeah, I guess if you look at that generation, like your Melos, your LeBrons,
yeah, it's like okay, what draft class is this? And within those 2 to 3 years, who was in there? You know what I mean? And then after if you get into 4 years after LeBron's been playing. But the 4 years is like a Westbrook or somebody. It's like, well,
I think if you're looking at that's cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, so I see your point with the draft class. That's cool. But when you're looking at an all-time, everybody will say one of the greats of all time. If you're saying of all time, it doesn't matter. That's when you start getting an argument like, well, when Jordan was playing, it was a lot more physical. There wasn't, you wouldn't, if they were calling fouls the way they call, just hear me out, if they were calling fouls the way they call fouls now, Jordan would have way more points, way more free throws. They weren't calling fouls the way they do now. There was no fucking flopping to the floor like LeBron and fucking.
That's why, like we said before, we can't compare those two.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But so out of that time period, yes, Jordan was the greatest. Out of LeBron's time period,
that's what I'm saying.
LeBron was the greatest.
But when people are saying that. He shouldn't have that separation, though. That's my point. Because it's not necessarily a different time period. Do you think?
It is. Because you got guys like Durant. He's like 5 years younger.
So where would you cut LeBron's time period?
Well, he got drafted when, like, 2004, 3.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that he plays so long fucks up that argument. Because he's in the league. He's played with all these dudes for years, whether or not it's at the end of his run or not. He's playing with these dudes for years, so he gets compared to these dudes. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to have the distance. If he would have retired like a little while ago, he would have had that era on lock. The problem is he's playing so long, he's playing cross eras.
He does have, he has cross eras, but when you look at, like, you could just do the first 10 years, that's an era that he dominated. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. But when you're looking at, so then when people are looking at all-time greats, how does he get that separation?
And that time period, what he's done, I would say like, up until last year, that is not even, that's like 1.5, generations.
So you don't put Kobe up there with him in that time period?
You can look at it that way too.
So he's right there with him. That's what I'm saying.
But that wasn't Kobe's like era. He was still playing at the time that LeBron was playing. You know what I'm saying?
What year was Kobe drafted?
It's the same thing that.
What year was Kobe drafted?
90s. Somewhere in the 90s. Early 90s probably. Like, Kobe was going towards the tail end of his career while LeBron was, there.
I mean, I can see your argument
so
there.
It's kind of like,
if you're saying
we always are going to blend, but there are eras of basketball.
If you're splitting eras of basketball, that's cool. But when someone says of all time, there's going to be people comparable to LeBron where there will not be people comparable to Jordan. LeBron is not comparable to Jordan, in my opinion. And there's a lot of people that hold that opinion. So that's what I'm saying is there's, of all time, no eras, of all time, there's nobody comparable to Jordan.
You're saying,
and when we look at of all time, like years from now, there will be people comparable to LeBron.
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think anybody's going to put up the stats that he's put up and win 3 rings, no matter how many times they go to the finals either.
I think so, for sure.
I don't think so.
I think KD could do it.
Right now, Durant is there because he's got, 2? I think he's got 2. Curry has 3, but comparing Curry to LeBron is just really, really ridiculous because LeBron's got more of the other stats that Curry doesn't.
Yeah, but
so that is what separates him from Curry.
From
because
Curry,
he's got rebounds over him. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's got assists over him for sure. Blocks, maybe not. I don't know about steals, but minutes played. Of course, he's got that right now. I mean, that's why you separate them because you look at all that, not just the 3-point shooting. You know what I mean? If you want to say the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, yes, Steph is right there. He probably is. But I like Ray Allen.
Maybe I'm not necessarily a hater of LeBron himself. Maybe I'm just a hater of, now that I'm thinking about what you're saying, shit. Maybe I'm a hater of the GOAT. I'm the hater of the GOAT idea. I think Michael Jordan set that precedent. Precedent, whatever.
He put the bar that high.
He made this GOAT argument. Now we're constantly looking for a GOAT. And then it becomes a GOAT of this era. You can't have a greatest of all time of this era. You know what I mean? You just can't. That's retarded. Because greatest of all time means there's no eras. So if Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, he is the greatest of all time, and he will be the greatest of all time.
That means he would have dominated in every era. That means Michael Jordan would have dominated in every era. Yes, that's what it means.
Yeah, but I don't think LeBron would have.
That only goes to one person.
I think you put LeBron back in the 90s, he gets scraped.
No, dude.
Scraped
LeBron is a physical specimen.
But you couldn't flop back then. You can't tell me there's not plenty times LeBron caused fouls and took fouls purposely.
You're trying to think of the style of play now and putting it in the 90s. That's not the way it works. If you're in the 90s, you're playing like it's the 90s. And LeBron is physical enough to do that. He probably wouldn't have went like 15, 16 years.
Right. He wouldn't have went that long.
Maybe.
He wouldn't have went that long. And then check this out. Would he have the stats he has now? No.
We don't know.
No.
Because it was a different game.
Absolutely
That's why you can't compare it.
Right. That's my point.
But we're saying this. Based on stats and accolades, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Based on stats and accolades.
And LeBron is greatest of an era. Right? So here.
Of his era.
Right. So check this out. But no, that's what I'm saying. If it's of his era, it's of an era. So let me make this argument real quick before you go. Mm-hmm. So, greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. All time. He could come into any era and he's going to do it. Greatest of his era, LeBron James. Mm-hmm. His era is a era. Mm-hmm. There will be a greatest of another era. Therefore, he can't be separated from the greatest of the next era, the greatest of the era after that, or the greatest after that. Right. So, when time passes, there will be players right next to LeBron, which is why I don't understand that we give LeBron this separation when he's the greatest of an era, and there will be more greatest of eras.
You have to go back. You said there's players now that will be a great of their era. I'm telling you, no, it's not going to happen.
Nobody's going to be a great of this era. Giannis won't be the greatest of his era. When it's all said and done, when he's retiring. So we're talking, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, but
he won't be the greatest.
You said there's a player now. You're saying you're saying there's at least, you said 5?
But I did say there's players now that when their careers are coming up, they will be of the same stature as LeBron. I'm making the same argument. I never changed it.
I don't think
so. There's going to be no greatest of their era.
Not comparable to LeBron.
I argue that.
I don't think there's going to be a guy that has the accolades like LeBron.
There will be.
Like Jordan. There won't be.
Not like Jordan, but like LeBron and like Jordan ain't the same thing. Put Jordan out of this conversation. Greatest of all time. Mm-hmm. If LeBron is the greatest of an era, the next era will have a great.
And I don't think it's going to be close to LeBron. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be that close.
That's where I guess that's where. I mean, we won't know till it happens.
Right.
But I guess that's where we're not seeing eye to eye.
I hope there is.
I'm sure
it's the Greek freak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Greek freak all day.
I hope. But I'm saying, like, the way I'm seeing the NBA now today, I do not believe there's going to be another one like LeBron. Because, especially the way it goes, is like, these guys are really trying to click up now. You know what I mean?
With super teams, right.
They're trying to do a little bit more than usual, like LeBron and Jordan. You know what I mean?
I kind of think, it's towards the end of his career now, but I kind of think LeBron is going into that, though.
Like,
that's
in
where
order for you to get a guy that's up there in his era, he's got to have the accolades that LeBron had. Basically, that's it. Somebody has.
But that's
to
where
achieve
people are
what
going to make the
LeBron
argument.
has.
They're going to be like, so you know how they say Jordan played more physical basketball?
Sure.
Correct? So this is where people are going to make the argument.
And if
LeBron played more singular man basketball compared to the next great because the next great's going to have a super team.
What you want to look at too is LeBron, like this I guess they're saying more physical. LeBron had some of that in like for the first 8 or 9 years of his career. It wasn't always like everything's a foul since he got in the NBA. It was not always like that. It actually did change.
That's true, but does some of his stats come from that?
You
can't say no because he was playing
those
against
and
that.
ones. He gets those and like he's the best finisher at the basket ever. That's one of the things he really has. Like it's not easy.
He's a better finisher at the basket than Jordan?
Yes, he is. A lot of people say that, and I've seen it. I mean, I watched Jordan film years ago. I've watched Jordan play. I watched LeBron live play. He finishes at the basket better than anybody ever because he's so strong. I'm telling you, dude, it's a huge difference between the strength of Jordan and the strength of LeBron. It's a massive difference.
1-on-1, who wins?
Between LeBron and Jordan?
If you say LeBron right now, I don't even want to keep this debate going. It's not even a question.
That's
Jordan.
really hard. That's really hard to
Jordan.
debate. It's hard. Because I don't know, if you're talking about physicality, LeBron's really physical. He's stronger than Jordan.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, I don't know who's going to win that.
We're done. My point is,
That's
Jordan,
that's the era thing again.
I'll lay out my final point. You lay out your final point because I don't think we're going to see eye to eye. My final point, like I said before, Jordan's greatest of all time.
Yes.
LeBron is greatest of one era.
He's the greatest of his era.
He's the greatest of his era.
That makes him a great.
Yes. I'm not arguing that he's not a great, so I don't want to twist that. LeBron is great. He's the greatest of his era. Jordan is greatest of all time.
Don't forget Kobe. Kobe's one of the greats, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying
him.
is he in the same era as LeBron? No.
They crossed a little bit, but no.
Okay.
So that's 3 eras right there.
Right. So there you're kind of almost making the argument I'm about to make. So Jordan's greatest of all time. He'll come in any era, he'll do it. Kobe is the greatest of an era. LeBron is the greatest of an era. There will be another of a greatest of an era.
But
so when all time is said and done, Kobe, LeBron, and whoever else is going to be great in their era can all be grouped together where Jordan cannot. And people make the separation like LeBron is off on his own and all these other greats are just going to... LeBron is a great. I'm not arguing that he's not. He's a great. But he's a great. He's not so far above these other greats.
He's not the great.
Right, Jordan is the great, but he's not. LeBron is not so separated from these other greats like people make him sound. There will be other greats that are comparable. Kobe is comparable already. So when LeBron
I don't think he is.
People make that argument though. It's all opinionated, bro.
I'm just saying that I don't like. I mean, Kobe's got 5. Like to me, it's Jordan. It's not. I don't think it's really LeBron. I think it is Kobe, and then it's LeBron. That's what I think.
You think Kobe's better than Jordan? Or
I would
LeBron?
take Kobe over LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. So right there, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So
but
maybe I feel like we're kind of agreeing in a way, but not really.
No, because you're saying like after LeBron is done, you're saying there's going to be guys that are going to meet up to LeBron as far as like accolades. I'm saying
I'm not necessarily. I don't
so.
think accolades. I'm saying if we're looking at greatest of, so I'm trying to like overall separation.
I know what you're saying in general.
You see what I mean?
I know what you're saying in
like
general.
Kobe's already
you're
there.
You're saying every era is going to have a great.
So
always going to be compared to the previous
when they're done, Kobe and LeBron are already right there. They're already there's no there. You can't say that LeBron is that much further than Kobe. You just said because you think Kobe, you think it's Jordan, Kobe, right? That's what I'm saying. So what I don't like about LeBron James. So now we're getting back to where we started, which is good. We kind of derailed, but this is going to be really good. I think people will like to hear this. So, if you just say you take Kobe.
Yeah,
so take Kobe. When it's all said and done,
between them,
what I don't like about LeBron is that people separate him so far from everybody else like they do with Jordan. The problem is you already have Kobe right next to him. You just say you take Kobe over him. So
no, I don't think he's next to LeBron. I think Kobe,
I don't think there's that much separation between the two, and that's what I'm saying.
I think there is.
I think the further time goes, it's going to be hard to distinguish. It's already hard to distinguish. Some people would say Kobe's better. Some people would say LeBron's better. It's hard to distinguish. Whereas when you're talking Jordan, you know. There's no not distinguishing that. That's what I'm saying.
Accolades for Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. As more greats start to take over their eras and they become greats of their eras and they retire, it's going to be harder. Who's better? Kobe, Jordan. Say Giannis becomes the greatest. Giannis. Say some young dude. Say Zion Williamson comes in and he takes over an era. Zion. I'm not saying he will.
Another blend.
I'm not saying he will. But kind of Kobe was a blend too.
Yeah, Kobe
but that's
was
what I'm
a blend.
saying. So when it's said and done,
I think that's why Kobe gets discredited.
Say Giannis takes his era. Zion takes his era. Way down the line, all them dudes retire. You got Jordan. Then you got Kobe, LeBron, Giannis, Zion. They're all greatest, and some people are going to argue some are better than other. They're all and not comparable. They're not comparable. That's not the word. But they're all in a run and all options for who could be the best out of those. But at the end of the day, they're all greatest of their era, where Jordan is greatest of all time. And that's what I don't like about LeBron, is that people separate him from the other group of guys, even though the other group of guys, some people will argue and can arguably have facts to argue that other dudes could be better than him. Like how some people would argue Kobe's better than LeBron, right? People could argue that, and people could have facts. I'm sure First Take could go back and forth for fucking hours. You know what I mean? The fact that you can argue it, and you can't even argue it with Jordan, LeBron should not have that separation from everybody else. That's my point, and people give him that. And I mean, at that point, we can see eye to eye.
You're saying it's premature. You're saying these guys...
I wouldn't even say premature, because Kobe's already not... I don't know what the word is.
You're talking about the guys after LeBron. You're saying anybody saying that...
I'm talking about anybody that's going to be a great. I'm talking about greats in general. It doesn't have to be dudes after. I'm just saying there will be more greats afterwards.
No, I get that. But I'm saying the accolades that LeBron has, I don't think can be duplicated in any other era coming afterwards. So that I can see right now. Because that's where it started. Right. We're saying, who do we see right now that we think can do what LeBron did as far as accolades? I'm saying
that's my point,
right
but
now.
I think accolades, Jesus Christ, COD passed. Accolades will differ per era. The thing is like we said before, Jordan could come in any era and do it anywhere. Accolades will differ between eras. The point is LeBron will be grouped. If there's a basketball Mount Rushmore, there's going to be 4 greats there. But Michael Jordan is going to have his own fucking mountain. LeBron will be on a mountain with other dudes, and that's my point. Is people? I guess the way to make my analogy.
You're
is
saying other dudes now and beyond, right?
Not even, because Kobe will be there too.
My argument is I don't think now. I don't think anybody right now playing the game is gonna accomplish what LeBron has accomplished. Kobe, Jordan. None of those guys. I don't think anybody is going to be able to do that.
Even then, I guess my argument would still be valid. Because the fact that Kobe and LeBron are together makes my point. Because I'm trying to say people blow LeBron like he's so much further. And then he's in his own realm like Michael Jordan is. But he's not, because Kobe's right there. And I'm sure maybe there's one more player that we're not thinking of. Or
no, there's players. There's
that are greats in that same blended era. So that's what I'm saying.
Maybe not greats. Maybe not greats.
I mean, I feel like, bro, if you're going to make the NBA Hall of Fame, you're a fucking great, period. Just like anybody in the NFL Hall of Fame, you're a great. Sure. So that's what I'm saying is, when it comes to greats, Michael Jordan is so distant from everybody else. And people give LeBron that same thing, like he's so distant, but there's dudes like Kobe and other greats that he will be grouped with when it's all said and done.
You're arguing the previous, I'm arguing the future. That's what we're talking about, the future.
I'm talking if you're, say we go 20 years from now. We ain't even got to necessarily talk future. I'm just saying, like, take right now, take the greats. LeBron is with other greats. Michael Jordan is not. People separate LeBron like he's on his own too, but he's not. He's grouped. That's all I'm saying. I'm not arguing his accolades. I'm not saying people in the future are going to do better than him. I did say that earlier, but that's not what I'm trying to... That wasn't the point that I was trying to make.
I'm arguing was that people now and beyond, I don't think...
Maybe, though, but...
...are going to meet any of any of the greats' standards.
At the end of the day, though, that's a speculation. You don't think. Other people might
I don't
think.
see anybody right now.
I said Giannis. Giannis, man.
Okay. Giannis is a great player.
Did you see Giannis's comparison to Shaq at 24? He's doing better than Shaq at 24.
That's great. But I'm telling you right now,
Shaq is great.
Wonderful. That's great. That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's great.
By the end,
that's not going to mean he's going to be able to achieve the same accolades as the previous greats, is what I'm saying.
I think he will, though, because he's going to be a great. I don't feel like there's no question Giannis will be a great.
I hope so.
I mean, knock on wood, if there's no like catastrophic-ass injury, then he will be a great. Period. He's playing like a great right now.
If he doesn't win at least, I would say, 2 to 3 rings.
The hard thing about rings is
really
look at the Bucks right now, dude. Injuries are going to cost the Bucks a ring this year. I'm saying it right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks were looking like the Bucks are the best team in the NBA. They have the best record.
Brogdon is down.
Brogdon's down. Mirotic is down. Giannis is kind of iffy right now.
Yeah, he hurt his ankle last night, like twice. And Gasol was a super bad signing. He ain't doing shit. He played a total of 10 minutes since he got signed.
I don't know.
They should have just hired him as a coach.
Yeah,
really.
That's what I'm saying though. So I'm saying like I just think like LeBron in the end of everything, LeBron will be grouped with other greats. That's all I'm arguing. I'm not necessarily arguing that there's going to be someone better in the future because nobody knows that.
He will be grouped in with the other greats besides the great because everybody under the great is second place no matter what.
But he's already second place. And there could be argued that he's third.
Mm.
Like you said, you would take Kobe. People, or maybe not you, but people would take Kobe.
No, I'm saying everybody behind Jordan is second place. Like everybody.
That's what I'm saying. You just made my point again. Everybody is second place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a group. LeBron is in that group. LeBron is not.
Yeah,
it's not first, second, then the group. It's first the group, and LeBron's in that group.
Within that second tier, the third tier is not gonna. Nobody like right now is not gonna be greater.
I don't think you can predict that though. How can you predict that?
Because Giannis is in like his 6th year right now, or 5th year. Yeah, it's been that.
I think it's 5th.
It's like he's in his 5th year. He doesn't have a ring yet.
But you can't predict the future because you don't know. What if a dude like Zion Williamson came into the league? I'm not saying he will. I'm not making that argument. I don't even know if he'll be good in the NBA. But say he comes into the NBA and in 2 seasons he's got a chip. And he's doing his fucking thing. Say he ends up in the Knicks, Durant and Kyrie go there, and bam, this dude's getting rings his first couple seasons. He's putting up stats. He could be, you don't know. You can't. Yeah. But he could also come in and flop. So when we're talking future, we can't make an argument for future.
That's all I was arguing was future.
Right, and that I shouldn't. Maybe I made a point that came off that way, but I'm not arguing that because nobody can predict that.
You're saying guys now, and I'm looking at guys now, and I'm like, there's nobody.
Well, see, my point was the guys now that are kind of deeper into their careers that are doing really, really good.
Like Harden.
Yeah,
Harden's been in the league for like 8-9 years.
Right. That's the point. So when Harden retires, Harden will be looked at as a great. Mm-hmm. No?
Not of his era because his era is actually.
He just got another. He'll be looked at a great of his order. There's more than one great in that era.
His era is Durant.
There's more than one great in an era.
There could be, but that's where within that tier it does separate significantly because Durant and Harden they came in I think to the same year. Who's greater, Harden?
Durant.
Yeah.
So then say this. So when Durant retires, you have Kobe, LeBron, Durant. Anybody can make an argument about them dudes. I know Kobe's kind of a blender, but you can make an argument about any of those dudes. Where Michael Jordan, there's other greats in his era too. But
I'm not gonna argue Harden though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's kind of what I guess that's my point. Is my biggest point, bro, and I keep saying it. I feel like maybe we're starting to go in circles. Is that LeBron cannot be separated from other dudes. Kobe and Durant right there, that makes my point. Because people could argue that they're greater. Not necessarily, you can't, I don't know if everybody's going to agree, but people could argue that they're greater, and nobody
has 2 rings right now, right? He's probably going to have a 3rd, right?
Yeah.
3 rings puts you in the class of Kobe, LeBron, You know,
exactly.
guys like that. That's great. I'm saying I don't think anybody now that's been in the league for at least 3 to 4 years, the previous 3 to 4 years, is gonna achieve even what Durant has or LeBron.
And I agree. But the thing is that LeBron's already got people that are with him. You keep saying Kobe, LeBron, Durant. That's my point. LeBron does not have the separation. If you look at Michael Jordan, you got Michael Jordan. Who are some greats from his era? I don't want to say a great that's not his era, but I
Scottie Pippen right there next to him.
Okay.
But he's not greater than
But
Jordan.
They're not that close. Where Kevin Durant, Kobe, and LeBron are close.
That's the Durant Harden thing I'm talking about too.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing is that LeBron has people that are close to him where Michael Jordan did not. That's why Michael Jordan... I
don't think anybody is that close to LeBron.
I mean, Durant and Kobe can be argued to have better... That's what I'm saying.
If you look at other stats besides, I guess, the rings, because they're both going to have at least 3 that we can see, right?
Yeah. If somebody can...
If you take the stats of Durant and of LeBron, LeBron's got him beat by a mile.
I just think that if we're looking at it this way, bro, I think if you can argue that someone's greater... Like, if people can argue that Kobe's greater than LeBron, if people can argue that Kevin Durant's greater than LeBron when it's all said and done,
to me, it's got to be...
There's not... You can't say that nobody's close because people can argue it.
I don't think you can. I think the only thing...
But that's your opinion because you would argue LeBron.
The only thing you can really factually argue is rings and stats.
Who? That's okay. That's my point, though. But the fact that it's a debate... That's my point. You would argue LeBron. Other people would argue Kobe. Other people would argue Kevin Durant. That's a debate. And you're going to debate with stats. You're going to debate with rings. But you're debating who would be better. Where Michael Jordan, nobody's going to debate that Scottie Pippen was better than Michael Jordan. Nobody's going to debate that.
But that's what it's like now. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Like the Durant-LeBron thing, to me, there is no debate.
That's your opinion, but people do debate that.
It's backed up by stats.
But people do debate that, and nobody debates on Michael Jordan.
That makes them crazy because stats and style of play, you can't look at style of play.
But you gotta look at
stats.
But look at the other perspectives. That's what I'm saying. If there is other perspectives, I understand that you wholeheartedly believe that LeBron is the best, and I'm not disagreeing with you. If that's what you're saying, that's what you're saying. But my point still stands valid as well. If your point is that LeBron is the best out of his thing, that's cool. But my point still stands because there's people that could argue that there's better players where nobody can argue that there's somebody in Michael Jordan's era better than Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan could do it in any era. Where if you can argue that somebody, even if it's not what you believe, even if LeBron...
It's not a belief. It's not a belief. It's stats. It's facts.
Right.
I'm arguing. Stats.
But so say there's an extremist Kevin Durant fan. They're gonna say the same thing you are right now. I'm arguing facts. It's not a belief. Kevin Durant is better than LeBron. Somebody out there in this world is gonna say that.
They gotta show me the stats because if you don't have the stats, you can't argue anything.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have the stats, so I'm not gonna make that argument with you. But what I'm saying is that there is people that would probably. I swear to God, there's probably people that.
Those are the dummies.
But they might think you're just as dumb. That's what I'm saying, bro.
The sky is blue. If they're gonna argue that the sky is not fucking blue, that's the same exact thing that I'm saying.
Maybe it's green, dog. I see it as green, bro. It looks green.
You're colorblind.
So these guys are colorblind. It's all good. I think we both made our points.
Yeah.
I think
are you on the same? Okay,
we're on the same page.
No, I mean as far as like putting stats up and greats up, and then comparing them. And then you're saying, okay.
No doubt, but...
That guy, and all... Because there's a lot of stats, right?
But what was the argument you made about Kobe? This is the only question I have about anything you said. What was the argument you made about Kobe? You said you would take Kobe?
Yeah, I would take Kobe.
So, right there, if you put LeBron and Kobe, they're blend eras, right. But give or take, Kobe could be the greatest of his era. Mm-hmm. LeBron could be the greatest of his era. Mm-hmm. Put them together. They're close. I'm sure LeBron has some better stats than Kobe, but Kobe has more rings, which makes that argument. That's my point completely, is that they're grouped. That's all I'm trying to say. Do you see that part of it?
I say they're grouped because they're behind Jordan.
Right, but that's my only argument. I'm not making any other argument. I'm not saying who's better. I'm not saying somebody's going to be better than LeBron. I may have said that earlier, but at this point in the argument, this is my final statement. Mm-hmm. That LeBron can be grouped, Michael Jordan can be not. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he can be grouped, people shouldn't give him the separation that they do. Because you could argue Kobe all fucking day. And said and done, if Durant puts more seasons, you don't know what could happen. He could end up with 4 rings, and then somebody's gonna argue
Then you can argue.
That's what I'm saying. Is the fact that you can argue it. People should not give LeBron the stature that they do. He is a great, and he is the greatest of his era. Period. Mm-hmm. But you cannot give him that because arguably with other greats, he can't be separated. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying who's better. I stopped with the who's better, whatever, a while ago. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that he can be grouped with other greats. So he's not of the stature where he deserves separation. Because if you could say Kobe has more rings, so Kobe would be better, or you can say at the end, if Kevin Durant, I'm not even going to get Kevin Durant out of here. If you can say Kobe could be better because he has more chips, even though LeBron has more stats, they're right there. They're neck and neck. So why does LeBron get this separation
from everybody else today?
Not today. I'm talking people argue with LeBron. My thing against the reason that I kind of dislike LeBron is people argue like he's got this separation like Jordan does. People, like I said, they make it sound like it's Jordan. They make it sound like it's LeBron, then everybody else. I'm talking greats. But really, it's Jordan, and then it's Kobe, Durant, LeBron, whatever, then another group of people. So there is a group there, and people act like it's not a group there. That's all I'm saying. And you can see that, right?
I can see why they would choose LeBron over someone like Kobe because of the time period.
Yeah, but there's still the group. That's just my only point. I'm not saying who to choose over who. I'm just saying it's still a group. You can't give them separation. That's all I'm saying is there's no separation. Because you literally could not make it. You just said stats and rings. You could literally not make the argument that he's separated from Kobe. He has better stats than Kobe, I'm sure, in some aspects. Maybe Kobe has some better than him, but Kobe's got more chips. So you can't say there's separation there.
Right.
And you can't say Kobe has separation because he's got stats, or he's got chips, but he don't maybe have the stats LeBron does. That's my point, is that there's a group there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and my point was today I don't see anybody touching his stats.
Right, and they might not. Nobody can. I can't predict the future.
On pace for it.
I keep saying Giannis, but that's a hopeful. Nobody can predict the future. So that's basically where we stand. I think we're seeing each other's points. I don't think our points. I think we're going back and forth and debating, but I don't think our points are against each other. I think they line up.
And I think what you're also saying is like your issue is that he gets separated from all these guys, like Harden or Durant or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's because he did it, and he's got the time. So it is hard to say like, I mean, when it's all said and done, like in 10 years, it is gonna be hard to say that there weren't other guys around LeBron.
But that's because of the time he put in.
Right.
So are you going to say that he's better than other players just based on how he kept his body?
In his era, there's no, like, in his time playing.
Yeah.
Around the same time other guys have been playing, nobody's touching him.
But then
I think that's what people are more or less looking at.
So they're looking at the time he played.
Yeah.
But then then would that help the Kobe argument? Because you could say Kobe did it in less time and have more chips. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can always have that argument, no matter. It's just viewpoints. So there's that group. That's all I'm saying, is that there's a group.
I don't know. I argue stats. I just look at stats and the time that And
I agree with that. I mean, it's a valid argument time around. It's just the fact that there is an argument.
That's crazy to me. I don't think there should.
But there's so many ways to look at it. Where like I said, I don't think anybody could form an argument against Jordan. Which is why he has the separation. But people could form arguments against LeBron.
Let me ask you this. What if there was a player that won 3 rings, right? But
stats were trash short amount of time.
Stats were greater than Jordan's in the same amount of time. Is he going to be compared to LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron. Because he's got 3 chips. He's going to be in that group of greats. And he's going to be so far from Jordan already. And Jordan probably could have came in whoever this person would be era and still play. People compare LeBron to Jordan, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
But
you can't. He's like the quote-unquote closest when you add up all the stats and the chips. If you add up the stats and the chips, he's the closest, but it's still so far away.
Yeah, and that's my point. So I think that dude would get group with LeBron because it would be the same situation. I think whatever hypothetical dude you're talking about would get compared to Jordan like LeBron does, but it's still going to be so far away.
Yeah.
So it falls into the same category. Then at that point, that dude will be in the argument of Kobe, LeBron, Durant, that dude. So it comes back to the same thing, man.
Yeah, I just don't like
maybe at some point way down in the future somebody's gonna do what Jordan did, and they're gonna be but they're still gonna argue Jordan because he's gonna be the first to be of that stature of greatness.
Yeah, because
that there was such a long period of time. Because you got to think at some point, dude, it's going to be like 40 fucking years where Jordan had that argument for 40 years straight. Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever going to do that. So then at that point, you could say that.
Yeah. And
there's so much you can go, dude.
And like right now, what I'm saying about like Giannis, Harden, guys like that are superstars, right? Mm-hmm. They already spent like a third of their career not winning a chip. And I think guys like that, I don't think they're going to be able to even get compared if they win 1 chip or 2 chips. I think, like, when you look at people say LeBron, it's because he has these accolades, and they're really, really hard to get.
Yeah.
So it's such a big task for any player, even, like, the last couple years, to just come in and think, yo, I got to get 3 chips. Dude, most of you guys that came in the last 6-7 years haven't even gotten 1 yet.
Yeah, and it might be, but it might be harder in this era. This might be a new era grouping because you have the grouping, Kobe, LeBron, Durant, whatever. That's that era's great. That's like a grouping of greats. You might have another grouping of greats just based on the fact that it becomes super teams now.
Yeah,
because there's gonna be dudes that aren't really that good that have hella chips. Like look at like some bench players for the Warriors.
Well, no.
You see what I mean?
Those guys are not even in the conversation.
Obviously, they wouldn't be. Mm-hmm. But the point is, they have the chips. So if you were talking rings,
it's not just chips. It's just
it's stats too, right?
I'm just saying accolades. So that is ring stats. So accolades is like everything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 100%.
I'm saying it's gonna be difficult, man.
It's gonna be different, and that might, like I said, it might be the start of a different grouping of greats.
Yeah. So I just don't know who would that be now. Because none of these guys that we like or everybody likes has that. They don't even have that second tier yet. You know what I mean? They're not even close to the second tier yet. And that's why I think it's going to be like damn near impossible. And
you, like I said, you can't predict the future, and you ain't going to know until their careers play out.
With these guys, I'm saying it's damn near impossible with these guys.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You can't even predict the future with these guys because you don't know what could happen. Somebody could get injured tomorrow. Joel Embiid's back could finally give out for good, and he could be fucked. Where if he would play all the way through and not have health issues, he could be one of the greatest. So it's just hard. You don't know because you don't know what's going to happen in time. So all we can do is argue on what's pretty much past to this point, and at that point, there's a group.
Yeah.
So I think we're on the same page. We probably went 45 minutes on that alone.
Probably.
Shit. I mean, how far are we right now?
Way over.
How much?
Make a guess.
Hour 30?
8.
Hour 38? Oh shit. Well, if you like music and you like basketball, episode 9 is for you. This is episode 9 of the Codcast. If you like basketball and you like music, listen.
Shit, I like debating fucking sports. Like, it's cool.
I do. I like debating anything, not even sports.
Well, yeah, it's just so hard
to cut it.
No, it's hard to convince people.
Your point of view.
Not even the point of view. It's hard to convince people like yo, the speaker is black. And they're like, no, it's
gray,
green.
Bro.
It's green.
It's gray, bro.
I'm like, bro.
It's slate. What you mean? It's not.
Because I think if somebody came up to you and was like, Tom Brady's the greatest fucking quarterback of all time, you were like, how so? We're like, well, he's got 6 rings. I'd be like, okay, but does he have all the stats? No. You're gonna be like, well, then Tom Brady's not, all that great.
But I would agree that Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
He might be. I think he might be, but
I would
that's
agree
an extreme
yeah.
example.
I know what you mean.
Or maybe
it's hard.
That's what I'm
saying.
I should do someone closer.
When it comes to stats and rings, the thing is like I think overall like sportscasters, ESPN, etc. They break down so many different fucking stats.
Some of them are
There is so many stats to look at, though.
I think
and people, whether or not
they're
stupid, so many people can take those and use them in an argument. And you can't argue it because it's a fucking created stat. I think with the amount of stats that they have these days, it's hard to argue anything because somebody else's stat can kill a stat you're trying to use.
Maybe.
It makes it hard to argue because the thing is anybody in professional sports is at a professional level and they're great at what they do. They're not a great, they're not the greatest of greats, but everybody in the NBA is great. You didn't get to the NBA if you suck.
I think what they need to look at is the amount of stats that they have over a certain player. Mm-hmm. Like I said, like Steph Curry, more 3-point shots made.
Right, but then you might have somebody else has steals, blocks, whatever. Yeah. I see what you mean.
I think you got to add all those up, and then you'd be like, okay, Steph has 5 of these stats locked between, let's say, Durant or someone, and Durant only has 3 over Steph. I'm probably gonna, roll. For example, I'm not saying it is, but I think that's what you need to do in order to compare who's better. I think you got to look at all the stats, not these crazy. On Thanksgiving Day, he fucking put up 50 points, and nobody's ever done that.
On Thanksgiving, he was probably hungry when he did that.
No, not those the basic ones, the points.
Nobody's ever dropped 50 points on a full stomach.
Right, like have you ever played fantasy basketball?
Once or twice.
Have you ever played on Yahoo?
No. Oh yeah.
Okay, like on Yahoo, you got field goal percentage, 3 points. You have like 11 or 12 different categories, and that's how you determine if you win.
Yeah.
I think people need to take all those same categories and compare them that
between
way.
Players.
That's how I do it. That's why I'm looking at LeBron and Durant, and I'm like, well, when Durant gets them 3 rings, there might be a better argument, but at the same time, if they stay there at 3 rings, LeBron's better.
Yeah.
But, like you said, 4 rings, those rings matter a lot. In basketball, it matters a lot. Because you can ride on one guy and win a chip. It's been done over and over and over and over throughout time of basketball. But, yeah, I think you need to group those together and then compare. But don't bring up those crazy stats.
The reason I don't like the ring argument is because... And this is more of an opinion, so if you disagree with it, I don't know, But I don't like the rings because you just kind of made the point. You said you could ride on one guy.
Yeah.
Now, think about it. I'm not saying Kevin Durant is great. I'm not saying he's riding on, people like Steph Curry. But he's riding on a team. So if he gets 4 rings, are you really going to credit the ones that he gets with the Warriors? Yes, because he's great. Yes, because he did it. But why? He had 5 All-Stars with him.
Yeah. That's a special case scenario, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but that's what it's becoming now.
Well, there are many teams. You can have these on paper, there's a lot of teams in the past 2 years that actually did have these, super teams, but the chemistry was just off.
Right.
So they're
that's
special.
The point to make, right?
They're special, and they when they can work that way and get these chips. But people,
that's the argument to go against them for sure.
You can discredit them for that because they had a squad like 5 All-Stars, superstars. Right. So they're a special case scenario, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this because otherwise we're gonna end up 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't like debates because I always find myself. I mean, it's probably a good thing, but I always find myself, not contradicting myself, but just, I guess further, strength or, making my point more clear, and then it kind of contradicts, what I said in the beginning. Because I'm sure in the beginning I came off, I was just, straight trashing LeBron, LeBum, whatever I want to call him. And then at this point now, we have, 2 arguments that make sense and they mesh.
Yeah, I mean, we dug a lot deeper than just what you...
Right, what was on the surface. But that's where that stemmed from, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but this is Higher Power Hour Codcast. We, make sure you hit our website, higherpowermusic.com. You can find our music, our videos, the podcast, our merch, etc. Thank you to everybody that's been listening to these first 9 episodes. We appreciate it. Some episodes might be for you, some might not. If you don't like music and you don't like basketball, you're going to absolutely hate episode 9. But that's not the point. So if you hear an episode that you don't necessarily enjoy, please make sure to look into some other episodes because it's always different. We do hit sports a lot. I understand that we do hit music a lot. Well, guess what? We're musicians and we like sports. So it happens. All right? So thank you guys for listening. Once again, this is the Higher Power Hour Codcast.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. And we are going to get out here.
All right. Peace.